What's up? Name's Empathy, and I'm an Asian non-professional passing by artist who learn how to draw. This is not my usual format of videos, but the subject is quite hard, so I've decided to make it more detailed. Today we're gonna make the male body in some 5 most popular ways on YouTube, and after that I'll try to do my own kinda way to draw a body. So let's get started. Looks nice. So starting with 2 bended dongo balls and the box or whatever it is. Making outlines of the chest depending on the center, I suppose. So the hips and the neck.
Well done.
That's not well done though.
Just face it, male torsos are hard to draw, and if you still draw them like this, then you need some serious help.
Oh, it's him again. Someone mentioned in the comments that this channel steals work from the other accounts. Don't know if he steals or not, but now I will mention the original creator of this work.
Alright, start off with a simple circle, then draw a super wide V shape for the collarbone.
Ah, finally. And V-shape.
Okay, and for the chest, make it look like hexagon. Now for the shoulders, you can use half circles. For the neck, just use 2 straight lines. Now outline part of the circle for the rest of the body.
Simply do as he says.
We're not really focused on the arms right now, so just ignore them.
Now that is the tip that I like.
Okay, now onto the abs. So they're basically a Hershey's bar, but you're gonna want to round them out. Now draw zigzag lines for the obliques and you're done.
Now the obliques. Now the abs. So the most important question is, what's the purpose of this circle?
But bro, this didn't teach me anything.
Okay. That looks really cool. Starting with the cross and the shape of an upper body. Adding a triangle inside. From the intersection we draw the waist. Arms and legs are just there. Chest and the shoulders from the edge of the triangle right to the neck. Making the outlines. Don't forget about triceps to make you more buffed. Abs according to the triangle inside. So, the output of this tutorial is really nice. I like the sharp and clean look of this body. But the structure of the body is too complicated and hard to understand for me. But I definitely have some thoughts about it. And the next will be...
Hi, I'm Mark, an art teacher, a professional artist, and today I'm going to show you the personal recipe that I use to draw male characters from imagination.
Interesting.
I'm going to be showing you my personal recipe that I use to construct male characters from imagination, and this is something that is, like I said, personal. This is not going to work for everybody.
So I'll hope it's gonna work for me. His technique is more loose and based on greater emphasis on positioning in space through accumulated experience and imagination, unlike previous tutorials where simple shapes define almost the entire body.
For male characters, I'll use the head as a way to indicate the scale of the character. So typically, smaller head, bigger character.
And I'll do the same. The points I want to point out are the... they need to know. The points I want to point... The points I want to point out are the points I want to point out are the point...
The shape goes into a shape press that presses the shape into a pressed shape.
Okay, anyway, so the points I want to point out are the pointed shoulders that define the direction of the arms, the ovals for the elbows, the unusual pelvis, the ovals for the knees, and for the heels and toes, for the better positioning on the surface. The rest will be a process of connecting the dots of the newly created shapes. Obviously, it's not gonna be too ideal in terms of anatomy for the novice like me, cause...
Very stylized. It's a recipe, right? It's not an anatomy class.
So let's see what I can come up with.
So, those are the usual guidelines that I keep in mind when drawing male characters.
Great, so now I've made the Colossal Titan at this point. Next video will be...
Hey everyone, I'm Batekia and welcome to this week's video.
Exactly.
This video is going to be showing you how to draw the male anatomy. So basically this is a video for people who are new to anatomy and just need a little bit of help.
Let's see.
For the neck, I do a cylinder shape. I also add the chest, where I mimic the shape of a ribcage for it. And for the stomach, I kind of do a rounded box shape.
Basically, we use 3 cylinders placed on top of each other.
For the shoulders, I do an oval, and for the bicep, I kind of make this chubby cylinder shape that slims down on the ends. The forearm, I kind of make the shape of a chicken leg.
Okay, so now I want to eat something.
For the lower half, the pelvis, I kind of make the shape of a pelvis in human anatomy. And for the thighs, I copy the similar shape of the forearm, where it goes from thick to thin, thick starting from the pelvis and thin going to the knees. And I use ovals for the kneecaps.
Trying my best not to draw sausages. And I think I failed the task.
The calves are also a similar shape, where they go from thick to thin. So thick from the kneecaps, thin to the ankles. For the foot, I kind of divide it into 3 parts, but I start off with this basic shape. I'll show you why I do that a little bit later.
Because she divides the foot to the heels, foot arch and the toes. So it's her result, and now we look at my execution. What the fuck? Never mind.
Showing you in detail how each part of the body kind of looks and where the muscles are and the shapes I use to draw it. We're gonna put it all together in the original sketch I did in the beginning of the video. So you can see I've just been adding everything that I showed you to this sketch, and then in the end it looks like a person standing.
In the end, my result looks like he's gonna ask me what the hell am I doing right now. But anyway, even after another attempt, I couldn't draw the body properly this way. Perhaps I'm just too stupid and lazy, because the tutorial itself is quite detailed and clear. Or maybe it's just not for me. All 5 videos showed useful tips for further work. Some of them were, of course, beyond my understanding, but they probably helped someone in some way. And now, I'll try to do something of my own. So first of all, I'll make the crossed lines to size the body and mark the points to draw a neck. Yes, I'm hungry now, damn! The X shape is just an imitation of a ribcage. Most of the artists from the previous videos used a trapezoid with a cutout or something similar directly. but I draw the neck just to make it easier to perceive and imagine the proportions of the body, even though I'll still make a trapezoid to define the shoulders. For the pelvis I will use Mark Brunet's drawing. His method is a simple but effective way to determine the direction of the legs and their position. Some default circles for shoulders, the neck, and a place for a trapezius muscle. Remember how I drew ovals using Mark Brunet's tutorial? Well, they are diamonds now, because it's easier to connect the parts. For the chest I used dotted lines from the collarbone to the beginning of the point where the ribcage ends in the front. After that, connecting the dots according to the sides of the diamonds and the circles of the shoulders. In accordance with the ribcage, we draw simple lines of the belly. That's pretty much it. Nothing special, nothing too hard. For me at least. Don't know if it was helpful to you, but I would be glad if it was. But the main thing is that this structure suits me, and I will try to develop it in my drawings. So thanks for watching. Take care.